lovelies, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stepping by. So I'll be telling you a few things about myself, and yes, I am a new YouTuber. I am the last born in my family, but when you talk to my friends, they always say, "Oh, Doreen, you can't tell us you're a last born. You don't have any traits of a last born syndrome." And I'm like, "So what do last borns look like? Or how do they act like?" Okay, maybe we shall find that out. But we are a total of 5 children. Actually, right now we are a total of 4 because my elder brother passed on during the COVID time. And then I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. So I am the last one of the total. I am Soga by tribe, and I come from the eastern part of Uganda. Yes, I am Ugandan and I am African, and I come from the eastern part of Uganda. So that is where we speak the language or the tribe called Lusoga. My mother is Amsoga. She was a half mixed of Amteso and Amsoga, but then my dad is a typical Msoga 311 or 399 or 311. That's how we call it, to mean that you are a concentrated one. So I come from 2 people that are both Masogas. So I am a typical Msoga 311. I am a mom. I have 3 beautiful children. My first child is 12. She turned 13 recently, and my second child is 6, and my last born, the acting last born, is 4. So what am I going to be talking about? So when it comes to YouTube, I am so passionate about health, fitness, cooking, parenting, career. Yeah, you heard me right. So I did my bachelor's degree in physics and mathematics. I am a teacher by profession. So in my formative years, that is what I was doing. And then after some time, but I teach all ranges, surprisingly, because someone will tell me, "Oh, so what do you teach?" Yes, I do teach the math and I do teach the physics, but can you imagine I have ever taught in a primary school before? Yeah, because when I graduated, actually before graduation, I was interning at a school, and then I ended up being, given placement there, and they were paying me some relatively good amount of money, depending on what other people were getting. And then I decided to stay. So I started teaching primary children. So what do I mean by primary? This is from grade 1 to grade 6, or year 1 to year 6, or primary 1 to primary 7. But I was in an international school, and they were on a Cambridge curriculum. So since they were doing a Cambridge curriculum, that is where I was teaching. I taught, my first class were year 3s, or let me say grade 3, and then my second class was year 5. Then I left when I was supposed to teach the incoming year 6s, but that's when I had to go and do my master's degree. So coming back from my master's degree, I remember I came back and I didn't have a job to start with. Yes, I had saved up some little money, but guess what? I was pregnant. And because I was pregnant, there is no way I would just go into the job market, and then start looking for a job there and then, because it is so hard for someone to employ you when they see that you are really due anytime soon, you're popping. So I had to sit at home, and then my daughter arrived, my second child arrived, and that is the time that I decided that, you know what, I think I should give teaching a shot, like the second shot. And then there is this school that saw me, and they were like, "Oh, can you be our administrator?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So they were giving me relatively some good amount of money to be an admin in their school. But guess what? Their teacher left, like a certain teacher that was teaching top class left. So top class is like kindergarten 3, let me say. So when that teacher left, no one was covering the class, so the class was empty. I had to step in. So I can teach preschool too. So that is how I learned how to teach all these sounds. So I can teach everything to do with preschool, and I can also teach things to do with primary school, and I can teach things to do with secondary school. And guess what? I can also teach the university students. That is part of my career. How did I get into like the fitness journey? I am not a perfect coach, or I'm not like a perfect fit person, but I try to go to the gym and try to run around and try to do some aerobics, things like that. But it's not like I'm a perfect person, but I just try to work out 2 to 3 times a week. And this was partly because when I carried my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, I gained lots of weight. So at first I was weighing around 125 pounds, which is like 56 kilograms or 55. And then when I got pregnant, by the time I was 9 months, I was around 89 kilograms, turning to 90. So I think that is like 90 times 2.2, around 180 something pounds. So I gained a lot of weight. And after giving birth, I just didn't like my body. I didn't love how I looked. Everything was so bizarre. I was like, oh my God, who is this person? And I had to get into fitness. I was like, you know what? You need to start walking. So I started walking. I started Googling on how to eat right. So because of that, I got into health. So when we look at health, so I started searching around for foods. What can I do to give my body enough amount of food and yet I can be able to breastfeed? So I searched for all that, and before you knew it, I got interested in health. So that is where my cooking and all that comes in. And partly I also love eating good food. And because I love eating good food, I feel like I can prepare it myself. So yeah. How about family? So when it comes to family, this is the only reason why I would really love to talk about family, is because I have seen my kids grow and I'm like, they grow up so fast. And because of that, I got so interested in family. And whenever I tell people that I need 2 kids more, or a set of twins and 1 more child to make them a total of around 5 or 6. But like, why would you give birth to so many children? And my answer is, I don't know. I just love children. I just love kids. And that is something about me. If there is anything more maybe you would want to know, then please comment and like, and please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and hope you know something about me. See you next time.